Game week 31 Premier League predictions. This is a huge week, and it's a huge week for teams looking to secure top 5 or top 4, or also in the relegation battle. This is a huge chance as well. Mind you, Arsenal and Manchester City are not playing this game week, so their games against Crystal Palace and Wolves respectively, they have been already played or are going to be played later. So no two games here. And so the first game today is on Friday night, Bournemouth versus Manchester United. What a game this is gonna be. I just have a feeling this is going to be a entertaining game, good, having good goals, huge incentives for both teams. Bournemouth can go into a European position, as well as Manchester United. They can secure top 4. So I think this game, looking at the previous meeting, it was 4-4 at Old Trafford. So I also think this is going to be also a huge game, and with a lot of goals. So I'm going to go for a 2-2 prediction for this game. It's going to be a Desmond. And they are telling me what you think in the comments. And if you have not subscribed, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's free. Please hit it, and please hit that like button. And if you enjoy this video, there is more videos coming for you guys. And yeah, the next game is on Saturday, Brighton versus Liverpool on the early kickoff. This is a huge game for Liverpool Football Club. If Liverpool win this game, they're going to go fourth in the table, and they're going to be maybe 4 points ahead of Chelsea, and they're going to go above even Aston Villa. And yeah, they're going to go to 52 points. Liverpool are going to go 52 points. We must win. This is the must win for Liverpool. I think I can feel myself like I say this every time and then. But yeah, this is a must win for Liverpool. Away at the Amex Stadium, not going to be easy, especially with that intense game versus Galatasaray midweek. But I think Liverpool are going to take the win here. 2-1 to Liverpool. And yeah, next game is the Everton versus Chelsea. That is the late night kickoff on Saturday night. And yeah, Everton are in really good form as well. Their last game, they were beaten by Arsenal 2-0. Max Damon was the star man of that show. But Everton defended well until the final minutes. 90 minutes about there is when they conceded. But being at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, Chelsea need to win. Chelsea need to bounce back after that 8-2 thrashing from PSG. So Chelsea, I can see them trying to work hard. Cole Palmer, they have Joe Pedro, who is in really good form, but I cannot see anywhere but a draw. Maybe 1-1. 1-1 to Everton and Chelsea. That game I'm going to go 1-1, because I think it's going to be a boring or exciting. I don't think it's going to be a very exciting game like the Manchester United versus Bournemouth game. But if Chelsea rise, they must rise, because they must get the top 5. They do not have any other chance of finishing top 5. Either they win this game or they do not. So Chelsea, this is a huge game for them. They must win this game. And yeah, considering all the things they are going through at the moment, Liam Rossignol getting criticized by the fans, by Reece James getting injured, Caicedo having played that intense match versus PSG midweek, I can see a 1-1 here. Everton are a really good team, good defensively, and yeah, I see a 1-1 in this game. Leeds versus Brentford. Brentford have been flying recently, but the only downside of this up form from them is that they drew their last game to Wolves, and that was a pretty shocking result. Having considered that they were 2-0 up, and at the end of the game you draw 2-2 to the bottom club, it was pretty bad. But Leeds at home is a pretty hard place to go. They were not beaten by Manchester City. They were not beaten by Manchester United as well. Either Liverpool is not beaten. It ended 3-3 there. So, and especially the night kickoff and going to Elland Road during the night is a hard game for either team or good teams. So I think Leeds are going to win this game and secure their place in the Premier League. And yeah, I'm going to go for the let me go 3-1 Leeds. I'm going to go 3-1 Leeds. Next game is a huge game, a derby that we have all been waiting for in the Premier League, the Tyne-Wear derby between Newcastle and Sunderland. This is a huge game for both teams. Who is going to have the bragging rights? I cannot believe that. Let me check if Sunderland are ahead of. Are Sunderland ahead of? No, I thought, but when the first game was played between Sunderland and Newcastle, Sunderland were above Newcastle, but this time round, Newcastle are above Sunderland, and yeah, I think this game is huge for Newcastle, especially as well, because they were beaten 7-2 by Barcelona away in the midweek. So they must bounce back, and to bounce back, it's perfect to bounce back in the Tyne-Wear derby. And for them, this is their huge game in the season. For Newcastle and for Sunderland, respectively. This is a huge game for both teams, and I think Sunderland have been playing well, but they have been shocking recently. I can see Newcastle taking the win here, and I'm going to go 2-1 to Newcastle, and for them to have the bragging rights in this Tyne-Wear derby. And yeah, the last game, not the second last game, is Aston Villa versus West Ham. West Ham are fighting the relegation, and if they win this game, it's going to be huge for them. West Ham, if they beat Aston Villa, considering Aston Villa played a very hard game versus Lille, but they won that game 2-0. And yeah, West Ham have a whole week to rest after Manchester City draw. That could have boosted the morale among the teams. And for them to go at Villa Park, it's going to be a hard game. But I can see a draw in this game. Either a draw or a West Ham win. Because Aston Villa, the last couple of matches after a European midweek tie, they have either lost or drawn. So, yeah, I'm going to go for a West Ham win here. I can see Nuno Espirito Santo doing a madness in this game. And Christensen, Somerville, Bowen, and all these good players of West Ham, I can see them doing something here. And yeah, this is going to be huge for the relegation battle. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to West Ham. And for the huge match for Spurs, Tottenham Hotspur have a huge match versus Nottingham Forest. What a game. This is between the two teams, 16th versus 17th. What a huge match in the relegation battle. Especially if I have predicted West Ham to win, Nottingham Forest will have dropped down to 18th. So Nottingham Forest, this would have been their perfect or their most huge match of the season. And considering they were away in Denmark to play Midtjylland, which they won on penalties, they went until extra time. That is gonna be huge for Tottenham Hotspur, because the players of Nottingham Forest are going to be very, very tired. And I can see Nottingham Forest taking the W. Not Nottingham Forest, I can see Tottenham taking the W here. If Spurs take the win, they are going to be 4 points above the relegation zone. Imagine 4 points above the relegation zone. That's gonna be huge for Tottenham Hotspur. I can not see Tottenham Hotspur getting relegated, especially if their last two games were against Liverpool, which they drew last minute. That was a real morale booster, and as well they beat Atletico de Madrid in their midweek, but they did not go through. But they shown real character, they shown real resilience, and yeah, I can see Tottenham winning this game 3-1 to Tottenham Hotspur. If they do not win, it's going to be catastrophic for them. And yeah, 3-1, those are my Premier League predictions. And yeah, if you have reached this point of the video, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. The aim is 600 subscribers, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. And yeah, tell me what you think in the comment section about those predictions. And I'm gonna see on Monday whether I predicted them right or wrong. Yeah, let us meet on Monday. Thank you guys. Peace.